I have a big announcement for you this week, so let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really quickly before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to you and this community to continue doing all the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay posted with what is actually going on right now as things are changing very, very rapidly, and we continue to get all these new announcements that hit the wire each and every day, and all this talk out of the administration, the president, lawmakers, Congress, and anything in regards to these new packages, proposals, amendments, reform to these very important benefits, and of course anything in regards to money, benefits, raises to benefits, programs, checks, or anything else right now. There's a lot going on. Things are changing very rapidly, but I want to make sure that I'm bringing all that information to you in these short videos so you can stay updated and ultimately grab as much as you possibly can, as prices are very high and money is very tight for the vast majority of people. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward, and of course, that big announcement that I will be bringing to you sometime this week. Little hint. Anyway, let's get into it to discuss all the details, but again, please make sure to subscribe down below. It is one of the prerequisites. Well, I guess not technically, but you probably want to do that because you certainly don't want to miss these updates coming forward here, as there's a lot going on. All right, thanks again. Let's jump into it and talk about what's going on here and what I want to share with you right here in this video. All right, so first things first, I just want to throw this out there. Over the last maybe 3, 4, 5 days or so, I've been connecting with some of you through email, trying to get different items out to you. However, I kind of disappeared. I apologize. I've been absolutely swamped with emails lately. I've been absolutely swamped with getting things out to many of you here in the community, and unfortunately, I have not had time to respond to some of you, and I've seen some of you writing back saying, like, what's going on? Like, what happened here? Where'd you go, right? So, I'm still here. I apologize. So, if you happen to be watching this video, and we were connecting back and forth through email, I sincerely apologize. Seriously. I'm so backed up right now, and it's tough because I'm trying to catch up right now, and literally, I'm like so backed up, I'm like, I don't know what to do, right? So anyway, I've said this to my wife so many different times, and I believe I've said this in other videos. It's kind of easy to stay ahead, or at least stay kind of on track, but as soon as you get behind with something, it doesn't matter what it is. As soon as you get behind, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a very long time, and it is very hard to catch up. I'm dealing with that right now, so I guess I should probably practice what I preach, right? And that's exactly what I say. I tell everybody, I tell my wife all the time, just stay caught up. Do whatever you can to stay on top of things, because as soon as you get behind, it's really hard to catch up. And that's exactly what I'm dealing with right now. So again, I apologize if that is you that I'm talking about. But again, I'm doing my best to catch up. So please hang with me here. I will get to you. I promise. Okay, just stick with me on this. Okay, I maybe bit off a little more than I could chew there a couple days ago, and it's all coming home to roost right now. So again, please stick with me on this. All right, so I quickly want to take a few minutes here and talk about the program here on the channel that we've been doing for a while now. And yes, I have been talking about this a little bit lately because honestly, those of you here in the community have been absolutely loving this, and I'm doing what I can to really ramp this thing up. All right, so here, I want to tell you some of the behind the scenes stuff on all this. I've shared a little bit in previous videos on this, but I haven't shared a ton of information about this. But I do want to share this with you because it's actually kind of interesting now that we're at the end of the month. So about almost 2 months ago now, we started this program where basically I was reaching out to many of you here in the community, asking you to tell me what it is that you need, with the exception of money, some different things out there right now in the form of different necessities, right? Well, many of you are very aware of this, as I've had a few different videos talking about this, and of course, I've had the videos coming out showing you the pictures of all the different items arriving at the doors from some of you here in the community. Again, I've sent out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages, and we've sent out a lot of different things to a bunch of people here in the community. But to be totally fair, I still have a lot of work ahead of me because I've only reached a small fraction of the people right here in this community, and my dedication is to get as many people as I possibly can right here in the community. Ultimately, if I could get every single person, that'd be amazing. It's going to take me a very long time, but again, I want to do whatever I possibly can. So here's what happened. A couple of months ago, when I started this project, I actually opened up a brand new credit card, right? So I opened up a brand new credit card for this project, right? So when I opened the card, they gave me a credit line of like $22,000 or something like that. I don't know, something crazy. It's like some huge amount, like that I certainly don't need, right? I certainly don't need that much of a credit line. And again, it has nothing to do with anything else other than the fact they basically just say, go for it. You can spend up to this dollar amount. It's something like $22,000, something like that. But anyway, so I opened up this new credit card and I thought, you know what? Let's go at it, right? Let's just start spending all kinds of money. Let's just go at it and let's get all kinds of stuff for the people here in the community that I possibly can. Well, we were sending all kinds of packages, things like this throughout the month. A few weeks ago, as many of you do know, I also brought somebody on who helps to fulfill these orders. She's doing an amazing job. So, hey, huge shout out if you happen to be watching this video to her. She's been a huge help and making this project possible for us to really ramp this thing up and get as many packages as we can out to those of you here in the community. However, now that we're at the end of the month, I went through my credit card statement. It's actually pretty funny. I wish I could show you some pictures of the statement. It is so crazy with all the transactions, because here's what's interesting about it. Sometimes Amazon rings the transaction up as just like a one, like all the purchases within that transaction are within one just kind of like total amount, right? Say like $98 or whatever. Boom, it's got like 6 items, all of it's in there, right? And sometimes they individualize every single item. So let's just say there's an item for $6, $12, $22, $13, $7, and it pushes them all through that way. So I mean, my credit card statement has like hundreds of transactions on it. You should see it. It's pretty funny actually. I was kind of scrolling through and it's like, this is nuts. There are so many different transactions on there. So I wish I could show a screenshot of it, but honestly, the account number's all over the place, and honestly, I just don't really want to show that. It's just, I don't want to have all that information out there. But anyway, it's pretty funny. I think you would be kind of surprised, and I think you'd be find it to be a little bit entertaining to see that. But anyway, so now that we're at the end of the month, I tallied up how much we actually spent on this project. Now again, I'm not going to tell you this to brag. I'm not going to tell you this to get like an award. I don't want that. I don't want a medal. I don't want anything. I don't even want praise for any of this. But I'm going to use this as perspective going into the big announcement a little bit later this week, or one of these days. I'm not quite sure which day I'm going to bring this video to you or which day I'm going to make the announcement, but stay tuned. It will be one of these days here this week coming. But anyway, so far in this month, and again, I think we have like maybe one more order or so, or 1 or 2 more orders to fulfill tonight still. But other than that, this month alone, we spent $3,346 and I believe it was 52 cents on this project this month alone. So it's a nice little start, but honestly, it's not quite as much as I thought. I thought it was going to be significantly more than that. So this month that we're going into right now is going to be even bigger than that, okay? I'm not going to tell you all the details, but I'll be dropping those hints here in an upcoming video to let you know what we're going to be doing going forward. But we're really going to ramp this thing up here going forward in this next month. And like I've been saying here in some of the updated videos as of recently, I want to keep ratcheting this thing up here over the next couple months here. As we continue to approach the end of the year, I want to keep ratcheting it up a little bit more, and a little bit more every single month out until the very end of the year. And of course, we'll continue on with it after the end of the year, but I just feel like let's just keep ratcheting this thing up between now and then. So I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about this program because honestly, those of you that are getting things, and again, I know that there's a lot of you here in the community that are reaching out saying, I need this, I need that, I need all kinds of stuff. I totally understand that. I'm trying to do my best here to reach out to as many of you as possible. Now, to be totally fair as well, I have not chosen any names here in about 2 or 3 days here, simply because I'm still trying to catch up on stuff, okay? So just being totally fair and transparent with you right now. But tomorrow, please watch your messages. I plan on going hard tomorrow, okay? Giving you a little hint. Please watch your messages for tomorrow. I plan on going really aggressive tomorrow with sending out messages. The most messages that I've sent out in a single day was 60 messages, and that was like, I don't know, 5 days or so. Maybe it was like 6 days or so ago. I sent out 60 messages, okay? But I anticipate tomorrow, I want to send out about 80 to 100 messages. So it's going to be a busy day. I want to load it all up really fast there, the beginning of the week, and I want to send out all these messages and start getting things rolling out the door right away, of course, at the start of the month. So it's going to be pretty cool out there. And again, we're going to really ramp this program up. And again, I thought this month right now, I thought we spent a lot more on this program than what we actually did. So therefore, considering it was like $3,346, I mean, I thought we were in the $6,000 range. So I thought, you know what? That credit card has a credit line of like $22,000. We're just scratching the surface right now. Let's rack it up. Why not, right? So anyway, don't worry about it. That's my problem. I'm going to worry about it later. But again, that's the whole reason why I opened up that card was so that I could get kind of a credit line on this thing and just basically rack the whole thing up, because why not, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose behind it. Like I've been talking about here in some of the videos recently, I've been talking about the Federal Reserve and raising interest rates and the cost of borrowing money, things like that. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm literally borrowing money to do this on a credit card. But again, it's my problem. I'll figure out how to get this whole thing figured out. But again, that's not really what I'm concerned about because I know how this whole thing works. I mean, I've been down this road before. If you're ever faced with some kind of issue or something like that, is it ever kind of interesting how the solution finds a way to like come to you? Have you ever been in that position where maybe you're in a little bit of a pinch or something's going on, where all of a sudden something happens and you need a solution like really fast, and then out of nowhere something comes up and you're like, hey, look at that. Something happened and the solution has been found. So anyway, I'm going into this with that mindset right now, okay? So just stick with me. Maybe I'm a little bit delusional, but you know what? That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's going to be my problem, okay? But either way, this is going to be a super fun month here. We're going to really ramp this thing up. And a couple things that I want to mention to you really fast here before we get out of here is number one, watch your messages. I cannot believe how many messages I send out that never get answered. Like a lot of messages that I send out never get answered or never get a response to. And again, like I've said before in other videos, you know, I'm doing my best to help as many of you as I can in this community, but if I reach out and I don't get a response, there's not like a whole lot I can do, right? I'm trying to do my best here to reach as many people as possible, but if I reach out and say, hey, I'm here for you, I'm got you, I'm here willing to help, I'm willing to send out a bunch of stuff to you, what do you got? Send me a list. And all of a sudden, if I don't get a response on that, I mean, seriously, I can't like go to somebody's house. I can't call the person and be like, hey, I sent you a message. Why didn't you respond to me? You know what I mean? So again, just doing what I can here. So again, number one, watch your messages. Number two, I'm going to throw this out there again. I've seen a few comments coming in lately. And again, down below in the comments section, I know I talk about this all the time, but again, I want to make sure that you're staying protected in this community because ultimately, this is our community. All of us are here in this community. This is our community collectively. We want to make sure that everybody's staying safe here. But down in the comments section, there are some people down there who continue to impersonate me, pretending to be me, saying that you should call them, chat them, text them, message things like this. Do not respond to them, okay? They write really weird, okay? I do not write like that. Number one, if you see a message like that and you think it's from me, look behind the name. If it has a check mark, it might be me. Look for the check mark. The check mark means that I am verified. But just because it has the check mark, maybe, check it again. But here's the thing. What I mean by check it again is if you simply click on the name, if it brings you to this channel with almost, 400,000 subscribers or close to it, I should say, 375,000 or close to it subscribers and almost 3,000 videos, then of course, it's probably me. It is me, right? But if it brings you to a channel with 0 videos and 0 subscribers, then obviously it's not me, okay? So just please be very careful with that. I do know that the vast majority of you here in the community are very aware of this, but again, I have seen a few comments coming in responding to those people saying, oh, hey, Matt, I knew it was you. How do I sign up or whatever? And it's like, I reach back out and I say, no, that wasn't me. Watch out for those people. So please be very careful with that. I will never give you a phone number in the comments section. I will never ask you to call, text, chat, or message me. So anyway, when I reach out to you, I will make it very clear that it is actually me. So anyway, I know that I've been talking about this project a little bit lately, but anyway, it's a pretty cool one. I'm excited about it, and ultimately, like I've said before in so many videos, it's my dedication and commitment to help as many of you in this community as possible, and again, I'm going to stick to that, and again, I want to keep ramping this up here as much as we possibly can going forward over the next few months here through the end of the year, and then, of course, into the next year as well, we will continue ramping this up even more. So again, make sure to subscribe down below. It's technically not one of the prerequisites, but ultimately, just subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss those updates coming forward here as I come forward with more videos giving you updates on this and asking for more of those lists from many of you here in the community. Also, please make sure to go back and check out some of the other videos here on the channel. There's almost 3,000 videos here on the channel. I'm sure you can find something that looks a little bit interesting to watch a few times. And also, feel free to share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media. So again, stay tuned for that video sometime this week. I'm not sure which day I'm going to come out with that information, but it will be sometime this week. And again, we're going to really ramp this thing up, and it's going to be pretty exciting going forward. So again, thanks so much for your continued support. Again, I am here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Stay tuned for that video and get your lists ready for the things that you need, as I'm going to do everything I can to possibly fulfill as much of that list as possible, and of course, reach as many of you right here in this community as I possibly can. So again, enjoy your day. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later. Stay tuned for the videos. Keep the views coming. Keep watching those videos videos going forward, and go back and watch some of the other videos here on the channel. It is because of all of you right here in this community that is making all of this possible for me to help all of you as I possibly can right here, right now. So again, thanks so much for watching this. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later.